Hello students, hope you all are fine and safe. We were discussing about the chapter Animals and Their Senses. In our last video, we have discussed that how different animals communicate with each other, how they use their sound, their smell, their movements and some other ways to communicate with each other, to show their joy, their anger, their fear or the danger. So there are the different reasons why they need to communicate. After working throughout the day, in the night we go for a sleep to relax. You know that a human body needs 6 to 8 hours of sleep. But do you know, even the animals, they need sleep, and they sleep for more hours compared to human beings. If we talk about tiger, the tiger sleeps for 16 hours. Then there are certain animals that sleep or take rest in a different ways. They are very unique ways and very funny also. The horse, it sleeps in the standing position. That means while standing only it takes rest or it sleeps. A cow sleeps with open eyes. So when we sleep, we close our eyes, right? But a cow with the eyes open goes for the sleeping state. Same way the fish in the water. You might have observed in the aquariums and all, the fish, they keep on moving. But when they need sleep, they reduces their movement. They becomes still, lazy, sometimes comes down and sleep. Sometimes while swimming only they sleep like that. The migratory birds means they are the birds due to unfavorable conditions, means during extreme cold winter season or when the food is not enough, or sometimes to breed means to lay eggs, they move from one country to another country with the help of the coastline. That means with the help of the sea, they move from one country to another country, and these are called migratory birds, right? That means they have to do a long journey. So during the night time, throughout the daytime, they keep on flying, and during the night time, they sleep during their flight only. That means while flying only they sleep. So there are different ways how the different animals sleep. When the weather is not favorable, that means if we talk when there is extreme cold in the winter season, so mostly in the polar regions during the winter season it is very cold, it is everywhere is full of snow and all, and rarely you can get small animals. So some animals, to protect themselves from this cold winter season and due to scarcity of food, so protect themselves from the dying, they go for a long sleep. That may be for the entire season when the weather is very cold. So this long sleep or this state of sleep, long sleep during the cold winter months is called hibernation. So it is to protect themselves from the cold winter months, and the food is very scarce, so they may die when there is no food. So to protect all these things, they go for a long sleep, that is called hibernation. So the animals like bear, bees, skunks, they all go for a such type of sleeps. So mostly we have heard about polar bears going for hibernation. So polar bears are there, snakes are there, bees are there, skunks are there, all they go for this long sleep, that is hibernation. And when the season becomes favorable, means when the cold decreases and the condition is good, they comes out and again they become very active. and during this sleeping state they are very inactive. So another name for this hibernation is winter sleep. So many times you might have heard winter sleep. So hibernation is winter sleep, that means the sleep during the winter months. Same way, in some places during the hot summer months, means already it's summer and they are the hot places. So during the hot summer months, to protect themselves from the heat, many animals go for a long sleep. The animals like snails, earthworms, then salamanders, lizards, and even the desert tortoise, they go for a long sleep deep into the soil to protect, because under the soil it's very cold, right? So moisture will be there, so there it is very cold, and on the top it is very hot. So to protect themselves from this hot weather, they go for a long sleep. So this state of long sleep during the hot summer months is called aestivation. So again, they may not get enough food outside because it's very hot, so they go for a sleep, they become very inactive. So that is aestivation. It is also called summer sleep. Now some animals like owls, bat, rats, they become very active during the night time. So throughout the day they are very inactive and they sleep, but during the night time they become very active and they search for their food. These animals are called nocturnal. So these animals that throughout the day sleep and night time becomes active, they are called nocturnal animals. So students, we have learned so many things in this chapter about the different animals. Have you ever heard about the puffer fish? It is a fish that has a unique way to protect itself from the danger. That means when it senses the danger or any threatening, it can puff its body 2 times, or we can say double, with the help of either air or water. That means it can just puff its body. Puffing means, you know what is puffing? Phool jana. In Hindi we say phool jana, that means to blow. So its body becomes double of the size. Either it can just take in the water or it can fill its body with the air. So when the animal or the predator see this large body, it easily runs away. So this is one of the way to protect itself. So like that, different animals have different ways. So I told you again that why they need all these activities or movements. That is, first to attack their food, and second thing to protect themselves from their predators. So different animals, they communicate with in different ways, and we should understand these animals. So generally the people who used to have pets, how they understand the feelings, the activities, the needs of their pets, it's really very challenging. We can communicate with each other very nicely with the speech, but animals, they don't know to talk. So by using their movements, with the help of the smell and other activities, they can communicate. But with human beings, how do they communicate? So like I told you earlier also, talk to the people who have pets and try to understand what is the way they communicate with their pets. So for animals also, it is very important to communicate, to show their feelings. So students, we have learned many things from this chapter, and it's my humble request, never tease animals. They are also living things. They have the feelings, they have the senses. So most of the time we tease the animals, we throw stones on them, we hurt them. So never tease animals. Be very polite to them. Don't be very rude to them. Don't be cruel to them, because they are also part of the nature. We should learn to live with these animals in our surroundings. So students, hope you have understood this chapter very well. So take care of the animals in your surroundings. Bye. Have a nice day.